वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
जो अनिष्ट होता है उसके ऊपर बाप का, परिवार का सदैव दिल का प्यार और विश्वास होता है। विश्वास के कारण फुल अधिकार उसको दे देते। अनिष्ट आत्मा है, उसको सदैव बाप का व परिवार का प्यार अनुभव होगा। बड़ों का चाहे छोटों का, ठुलोको होस् वा सानोको होस् अथवा सम्मानवालाको होस्, विश्वास पात्र अनुभव होस्। यो प्रेमको पात्र वा विश्वासको पात्र ठिक छ कि छैन, यो ब्यालेन्स यो पनि चेक गर्नु। यस्तो सोच संकल्पना चलाउने कि यसको कारणले मेरोमा विश्वास छैन, तिम्रोमा विश्वास छैन, यस्तो पनि नहोस्। म विश्वास पात्र हुँ। म विश्वास पात्र कसरी बनूँ, आफूलाई बनाउने। कति पटक यसो भन्छ कति आत्माले, म त राम्रो छु तर ममा विश्वास छैन। यसको कहानी चाहिँ लम्बा चौडा सुनाइदिन्छ। अनेस्टी दिलको, दिमागको पनि अनेस्टी चाहिन्छ, नत्र भने दिमागबाट पनि तलमाथि धेरै गर्छ। दिलको पनि अनेस्टी, दिमागको पनि अनेस्टी। यदि सबै प्रकारको अनेस्टी छ भने इमानदार विश्वासवालालाई आज भए नभए पनि भोलि भए पनि विश्वासमा ल्याइ नै हाल्छ। भनाइ पनि छ, सत्यको नाउँ डुब्दैन तर डगमग हुन्छ। विश्वासको नाउँ सत्यता हो, ईमानदारीता हो। बच्चाहरू, म हजुरको सदा साथ छु।
Om Shanti. Awake signals
ओम शान्ति
brahmachari
व्यक्ति सारा
who follows the activities
ब्रह्मचारी
of
बन्नु
Brahma.
जसले पिता
Today,
ब्रह्माको
Brahma
आचरणलाई पछ्याउँछ।
is an accurate computer
आज
which
ब्रह्मा बाबाको जीवन नै
systematically
वास्तविक
instruments
कम्प्युटर
the life
तिमी
of
बच्चाहरूको लागि हो।
Brahma. If
त्यसैले
the computer
फेरि
has
किन र
been
कसरी भन्ने सोध्नुको
instrumented
सट्टा
messages, you
हजुरले
can be happy
पिता
with
ब्रह्माको
it.
जीवनलाई
Ask
रूपी
the
कम्प्युटरलाई हेर्न
questions
सक्नुहुन्छ।
instead of
अनि
destroying
प्रश्न
it.
गर्नुको सट्टा हजुर चाहिँ
This is why even the symbol
के हुन्छ त हजुर दिलदेखि
is
खुसी
happy.
हुनुहुन्छ।
Being happy-hearted is a
प्रश्न
virtue.
सोध्नु भनेको
No matter which
बुद्धिमान के
world
गर्नु त भन्दाखेरि डिस्टर्ब
comes
गर्नु हो,
to it,
डिस्टर्बको माग।
it
अनि
will
त्यसैले
always be straight. In
के हो त भने क्वेसन
Sanskrit,
मार्क त्यसैले उल्टो हुन्छ।
Namaste is a
अन्,
vertical line,
होइन
like
एकदमै राम्रो
and
होइन
it will look like V.
एकदम
When
खुसी दिल
you
हुनु
put it
भनेको चाहिँ फुल स्टप गर्नु
straight
हो।
or upside down, to be happy-hearted means to have
जस्तोसुकै
constant
एङ्गलबाट फुल स्टपलाई
optimistic
हेर्दाखेरि पनि
state.
जहिले पनि सिधा
Remember
हुन्छ।
the
अनि
one
सिन्धी स्क्रिप्टमा चाहिँ एकदमै पोइन्ट मात्र हुन्छ।
Om Shanti.
ओम
Welcome
शान्ति।
Avyakti Parivar. Today's
व्यक्ति
topic
परिवारमा स्वागत छ। आजको संगति
Karankaravanhar.
करणकरावनहार
Angelic life. Now let's start our
परिमय
journey.
जीवन। अब हामी मोहिनी दिदीलाई सुन्छौँ।
Om Shanti everyone.
ओम शान्ति सबैजनालाई।
Okay.
सबैजना ओके हुनुहुन्छ?
Okay means happy. Okay means content.
ठिक छ भनेको खुसी
खुश
होइन।
रहिए, खुश में हो।
अनि ठिक छ भनेको सन्तुष्ट हुनुहुन्छ, ठिक छ भनेको राजी हुनुहुन्छ।
अव्यक्ति परिवार should
अव्यक्त
declare
परिवार
that we have
यो कुरामा
family
सूचित हुनुपर्छ कि
and all
हामीसँग
questions
अहिले
asked at the end
टोरन्टोको परिवार हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ।
that I thought we all have come from so far, right?
मलाई थाहा छ हजुरहरू धेरै टाढादेखि धेरै प्रेम सहित आउनुभएको छ।
Brothers, sisters, they all are here.
यज्ञ ब्रदर्स सिस्टर्स जुन सिनियरहरू सबैजना यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ।
Must be from last Kalpa, right? No, it's everyone's love, right? Someone saying, why are you going? You were just there so long. I said, that's why I'm going, because I was there long. So it's accurate. I am happy about it also. First we heard about brahmacharya, that Brahma Baba, very pleasant and pleased, very pleasant person. Because sometimes you sit with someone, right? And whatever they share don't make you feel happy. So pleasant in the sense of make things positive and then share. I really, when I have to speak, I think a lot and I process. I say, what should I say which can bring two things to the souls, happiness and power? Any good word towards anyone increases enthusiasm. And every day we have this experience, but latest experiences, I called for some of the things in Shantivan to one of the senior brother and said, get opinion before I reply, because many times I'm not there. So I don't know exactly whole situation. He said, oh, I was thinking to call you in the morning, but got busy and I'm happy you called. Okay, you say what you have to say, then I will say. I said, okay. So then he said, I feel lot of sakash from you. So I said, what? Yes, I have three things I feel work lot. One is power of purity. Have pure thought that could be elevated, and second is power of yoga. Because there are so many things I hear and I'm not there. So even if I was there, what I would have done. So I just say, okay, Baba, it's your yagya, you will take care. So I'm remembering Baba, that's all. Let power of Baba Almighty, it's his yagya, let him take care. Because if we get too involved, we also create a lot of karmic accounts. We think about that, and then there are some souls, and more you think of souls. Now, one time Dadi Janki said, to think and the talk about any soul also creates some karmic account. So I said, but only now solution is remember Baba. Invoke Baba as Almighty. And third is power of silence. Because all three powers subtly are working. You don't see them working. We know what is karma yoga, we get things done. But behind the scenes, or the source of success, are these three powers. Purity is very incognito, but it has power. Yoga is also not visible, but just intellect, surrender it to Baba. So what happens at the right time, Baba? Your intellect will be touched what to do and you will learn more. Brahma Baba used lot of power of silence. Combined all three powers can help the souls. But then when he said that, I heard it and I just said, yes, that's what I'm not sending Sakash, but I tried to be in yoga. But after that, I underlined and I said, wow, that is what is working and I have to do it more. So I thought if someone's two words can encourage you, empower you, so what we should do towards each other. You are doing so well. Your yoga is so good. Instead of telling anyone your yoga is not good, you're not doing this. So I really like two words, that giving happiness and power. Power is also important. Right? That could be the best encouragement or blessings we can give to everyone. Now, honesty and trust are two big things. It's very interesting that honesty, not in an external way, but it's something very deep. Let's say you are given a task. So Dadi Gulzar used to teach us when we were young teachers. It's very easy to start something, but very few finish it. Because when they start, there are difficulties, obstacles, various situations come once you begin, and they leave it, or I can't do it, or. But those who are able to complete it are good teachers. And I remember that so much in my life, that you begin something, but to get it accomplished, there will be difficulties. But a good teacher is who will pass those difficulties and get the task accomplished. Now if we have that quality, there will be trust. But if you are given something, your mind is somewhere else, you do little, then you leave. People won't trust you, right? Even if I'm talking of task. But who does it nicely, wind up, clear it, and I remember these words when we got Peace Village, Dadi Prakashmani. I told her that it's quite a huge project. And that time I used to travel 7 months of the year, whole South America, Latin America, every country I used to go. And that was requirement of the RC to do it. So I said, how will I do 7 months? So these are the keys you give to someone who you think can take care. She gave me powerful but firm but sweet drishti and said, we trusted that any task you take, you get it done. So that's why we said yes to this place. So she gave me key and she looked at me and I said, okay. I always said to Dadi, if you trust me, I'm sure I will be able to do it. Now it is both ways. Their trust is a big power, right? And that to get that trust, there has deeply within, I'm talking of very honesty, let's say, towards Baba's task. Everyone has love for Baba. Everyone wants to honestly do it. And one who really wants to do, path will be open. And that is where you keep gaining the trust and you pass with honor also. We had to come today, right? So you need someone to drive, right? So brother who has committed, we called him and we have a thought we might go. He was somewhere else on holidays. He came back last night. He said, I'm available. I said, you pass with honor. Because generally people will say, oh, I should know before. I am not ready. What about car? I have to know. We just came in time, got gasoline filled, and we are on way. So trust is there, no? Then that any time we will say, Otherwise, there could always be a reason that you cannot do. Right? No, I am available. So in trust in that honesty and trust. So some people do complain you won't trust or they don't trust me. I said, but why? We are looking for souls we could trust, right? So why we won't trust? I know that there is someone I always like to see that soul develops that quality. So I will call, and I know that first thing is, oh, we don't have this resource. We don't think we can do. I said, next time when I call you, you just say, yes, I will do it. We are very close sisters. And then you see how doors open. Everything will come and it will happen. But deeply within you had already thought it won't happen. So it won't happen. So true honesty is when I have faith in Baba. And Dadi Janki used to like if we just say, yes, Dadi. And then I used to say, Dadi is saying it. You know that Dadi used to travel and suddenly she wants to come back early or leave that country early, and she will call the person who buys the ticket for her. And he says, it's impossible, but because I know Dadi is saying it, it will happen. And every time we got it done. Whether few hours before, change of flight, change of day, he said it never happened, it didn't work out. She trusted him and he trusted her directions. In the beginning, we used to say, Dadi, what do you think? Not our airlines, it's not a Vyakti airline, right? But this brother never thought it won't work, and it always worked. I have so much experience of that. So anything, honesty and trust within yourself, with those who assign you some task. At least in my life, I have done a lot of things, not because I knew, a lot of things never knew. But Dadi Janki said, you will be able to do, you can do it. Because I'm not very friendly with technology and machines, never. Or whatever I got, I will give away, that you use it because I won't use from very beginning. And then this IT thing began, and she said, I don't understand what these brothers asked me. Can you do it? I said, I don't understand like you do. She said, but you will be able to understand. And I had never touched computer. I said, okay, I can try. So trust will help us. Trust yourself. That's the biggest thing. You trust yourself because others trust you. And believe that others will trust you. Why not? That's another thing. So increase our capacity. It's not difficult, I'm telling you. Things work in such a way as if Karankaravanhar, we can say Baba is making it happen. I'm just instrument. So many experiences in the life. So just be honest. Yes, Baba, I'm your instrument. And use me in whatever way. So you are given the task. And you do it committed, right? It's not sometimes, it's very comfortable every evening to be just come and start talking. But I know that Baba will make it happen. And it happens very nicely. So trust and honesty, work on that, and again use all these subtle powers and see how they work, right? Don't question them, but see how they work. Magically, when I was Toronto, there were so many souls were telling so many beautiful things. I couldn't believe. I said, really? But I just say, must be Baba. Must be Baba. So God's trust, we have to gain that, right? Because it has a lot of power. But ultimately, that's the success of our life. That God can trust us for His yagya. Once I asked Dadi Prakashmani, you send us abroad. How do you know that we doing everything following properly? She said, I know, that's why I sent. Because we make sure everything is done according to yagya principles, everything. When we came here, we said it will be like Madhuban. Everything will be like Madhuban. And Baba taught me this when I was 16 years old. He took me everywhere, stalls. And I used to say, why he's after me? I used to joke. And when I came here, I said, oh, that's why he taught me. So think about that tomorrow morning. Amrit Vele. Om Shanti.
Karankaravanhar. This is the homework for tomorrow, the Angelic life. Baba is Karankaravanhar. So, look how easily you experience angelic life. On what basis did Father Brahma become an angel? He became powerful and an angel by constantly having the awareness of Karankaravanhar Baba. So today is Saturday, so we'll be having our sweet chit chat, Avakti Journey. Welcome to Avakti Journey, Avakti Parivar Chit Chat, sweet conversations that overflow with insights and inspirations. So we welcome our dear brother Eric. Welcome to Peace Village.
Om Shanti, everyone in Avyakti Parivar. Special Om Shanti Mohini Didi. Special Om Shanti Peace Village Niwasis. And yes, special Om Shanti and greetings to the Toronto family as well, who moved from Toronto to Peace Village. So Mohini Didi, there must be a secret how Toronto brought you to Toronto for so long and now brought you to Peace Village again. So I think it must be the bond of love somewhere uniting us very, very beautifully. I was really thinking today, I was listening, I missed a few Avyakti Parivar, so I listened to quite a few, one after the other. And I was really feeling how, are we in Avyakti Parivar, are we in Madhuban when we're together? And it feels like if you look at the pictures and seeing Brahma Baba, the seniors, the trip every day to Madhuban, I feel like Avyakti Parivar has become almost the extension of Madhuban all over the world. So we can have the experience of Madhuban. So congratulations to Avyakti Parivar team. And yes, I was thinking today, Didi, I was imagining as if there was a little competition between the virtues. And I was imagining something we can do as a skit, maybe one day for cultural program, all the virtues having chit chat with each other, wondering who is number one. And then honesty will say, well, today I'm number one. Trust will say, no, 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 I'm number one. Then love will come and say, no, I'm number one. There was a Murli, Baba said, love is number one. Contentment will come and say, no, no, I'm number one, Baba said. So what is your thought? Do you think the virtues are number wise? Or is there really a number one? Or do you have a number one virtue for you? Would you put them number wise or number one?
I am remembering that Daddy Janki always gives example of hand, that once there was a lot of argument between 5 fingers, and everyone was saying, the thumb said, I'm so important, without my, it is signature and so important. And this one said, look, I am so important, I can give signal. Then every finger like starts sharing speciality. But when they are together, they are like a hand, right? No, generally people say give a finger to this task, but we give whole hand, right? Nobody just gives finger. So I think that this way, all the virtues, they are so interconnected and they come after each other. If you have truth, there is honesty, there is trust. So I think that everything is very, very together. We cannot give numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 virtues. I think that we have to, that is why we say all virtues in our degree, right? Sarva Gun Sampan. That means we need all virtues. Even if one virtue is missing, then others will not be able to show that result. So this is how I understand that all virtues, we shouldn't give numbers to virtues and say truth is number one. But if you are not honest, if you are not wise, truth will not work, right? So each other with each other combined, the virtues bring success. That's what I could understand.
As usual, you always have a very nice way of answering the question. And I know you've been asked many very difficult questions during the week, and I listen to them and I think, how do you come up with those answers? Do you sometimes just take a second and tell Baba, help me to say something? How do you find all these ways, to answer questions? Sometimes they're a little bit difficult answers.
I call Google,
That's very nice.
There is a spiritual Google. I say, hello, I need answer. But I think
there's
that
only one O. There's one O over in Google. It's Godgle. It's
I think
connecting to God.
see, we all have knowledge, and from that knowledge we practice and experiments, attainments, and so it's there. It's just like a lawyer or a doctor or someone to remember medicine at the right time, right medicine, or same is law. So Baba has given us all the knowledge, and I think we have to just at the right time connect in such a way that you get the right answer.
So if the virtues are not really, in numbers, and I know they work together, do you think for each soul, there is a virtue which is probably, or maybe 2 or 3 virtues that are maybe key virtues for that soul to claim its higher stage?
I don't know if you remember that one time we had created a virtue cycle, something like that.
Virtue scope?
Virtue. Yeah, and we used to, virtue wheel, and and then we had this also in, like we had to fill in the form, and so there used to come what they used to call as anchor virtue. So they used to look at that anchor virtue, and based on that, other virtues are also the part of the life. So yes, there is possibility that, let's say you have love for Baba, And your love is very sweet and natural. You know, this morning I had such a really beautiful experience. And I said, how every Baba's child, each one of you, I'm talking to you, should be special and glorify Baba, each one, because God has given me, God as parents has given me love. God as parents given us love. God as teacher given us teachings, and as Sadguru given us blessings. So we should be loving, use the teachings, and share blessings. Each one of us. So I think that whatever relationship, but each one should recognize your speciality. And each one should be special in something, do something new, something special. That is something I feel is very important. So recognize your anchor virtue. And then automatically all other virtues like kindness, you know, some might have very kind heart. But as I said, you are kind and merciful, but not enough knowledgeable. You could be in trouble too, right? And of course, each one of us, Baba has chosen us with because of some specialty. Some recognize, some don't. But each one had been selected by Baba. We are not elected, but we are selected by Baba for some special virtue. Right? I'm repeating it so that everyone look into that. And by tomorrow morning early, just see your main quality, main virtue. And these days, Baba said, don't keep it, use it. Use it more and more.
I like that very much. And I know you've been in my mind because, of course, I wanted to talk about love, and also that virtue of kindness actually was in my mind during the day. And I was really reflecting, and it's not an obvious one to be kind. Sometimes we forget that it's very important to be kind. Otherwise we can be mean, which is very different. But to come back to this point that, yeah, virtues, I also feel that when I came to Baba, you know, there were certain words that triggered, I think, my spiritual birth. And what attracted me to Baba was, you know, some words like royalty, purity, of course, freedom, and love. For me, love has been a very powerful virtue that I feel is helping me to develop other qualities. But I was thinking, and I wanted to hear from you, how do we become more loving? You know, sometimes there's a soul in front of you. You cannot just force it and say, I'm going to be loving. You can just make it happen, right? It's not like, how do you become more loving, you think?
Are you becoming loving for others, or you are just loving?
I'm loving, I think as a soul, yeah, for loving brother, loving soul. I'm a loving soul. But when I want to love the soul.
If there is fragrance in the rose, and rose says, oh, I can't give fragrance to this one. Because if love is your quality, you don't discriminate. You can't. You are loving.
But you can
loving, and that love changes the soul so much. Because it's not you are trying to be loving. You are a loving soul. Love is that's what I realized this morning, that anyone who has experienced love of God will be loving. Because I could get love from God. Why can't I share that love with others and bring them closer to God, or even bring them closer to their true self, because they're running away from reality and royalty of their own selves. So I think love is something which has to be natural, because God loves me And today I just said, teaching us with love, giving us, sustaining us with so much love. Look at how much when we come to Yagya, whether Peaceful Age or Madhuban, how much we are sustained with love. It's God's love. So why can't we be loving, And then sweet. That is very important. We are loving sometimes, but not very caring or sweet, then it hurts others. It causes sorrow or it confuse. So I think you don't have to look at which soul, Let's say if it's raining, rain doesn't decide where to fall, right? It falls, same as air. Any element, it just gives, right? We are becoming deities, no? Devta. So just be loving, We sometimes when I look at, I say, what happened, Souls are, for little situation, they are very forceful, sometimes very loud. We shouldn't happen, right? It should be all love. Brahma Baba, he never was loud. He was very sweet and loved the souls who really couldn't believe even, oh, this is the soul Baba loved, and that's why this soul is whatever today that soul is doing something. Very, very different kinds of not educated, not looking bright, nothing. But Baba gave still some task, some position. And I've shared many stories with all of you. If nothing else, Baba will, because in Yagya they use a lot of coriander leaves, right? So whole basket will come now. Now who will kind of sort out and cut that, right? You know that there are green peas which comes in a grass branches. So there are many souls, Baba will that sister will be sitting with basket of coriander leaves every day. And I will pass from there. And she's so happy because Baba gave her this task. So love is where you see the value of each soul, and whatever they are, we can always give them some respect and love and some task also. So you don't have to try to be loving. Love is your quality.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, maybe with time you have become loving, and I'm aspiring to be loving, of course, to everyone. And I think I'm getting better and better every year. But I'm thinking, to help everyone, because you say you don't have to try to be loving, but at the same time, we have to improve how loving we are with everyone, regardless of how we may have karmic account with them, or there could be difference of opinion. And as you mentioned, you witness sometimes some souls maybe not so loving at certain moments. So how can we develop that attitude of being loving? And for you, for example, was there a time when some sisters will come to you and you will feel a little bit, not again, the sister, and is she again going to ask me this? Or maybe you're past that and you don't remember that you were like that. But if somebody triggers something a little bit funny in us, is there a yukti that I can switch back on love? Is there a love switch somewhere?
I think yes. Receive more and more love from God. You just feel Baba's love, and you will be so naturally full with that love. Instead of thinking, giving love, receive love. I find that Baba's love and family's love makes us loving. It's not I have to make effort, but Baba's love, how much Baba loves us, how much family loves us. So what I will be loving, right? Because I'm receiving. So when I'm receiving, it's naturally giving also happens. You don't give love, right, to anyone. How can you give love? But you always have good wishes. You always have care for that soul. And one thing I find that whatever the need of that soul is at that moment, whether spiritual or physical, to fulfill that, that comes from the love. So that means someone's life is being in progress and it's getting settled and feel more secure. And that's what Baba is doing with us, right? So I don't know other yukti, if you know.
I'm thinking, no, you're right, because I want to become like Baba, like an ocean of love. So we want to have not just loving towards everyone, but the power of love. So that it's, one day we were meeting with Daddy Janki, and it was just the brothers who were in her room, and she said, "Oh, Eric, this year, Daddy likes you." And I said, "Okay, what about the other years?" And she was, of course, teasing me, and she said, "This year, Daddy loves you." And I went to ask her afterwards, "So what about the other years, Daddy?" And then she said, "No," because she said, "This year you came very, very close." And when we had Amrit Vela, if you remember, she would have Amrit Vela with us, and then each one of us went to sit next to her after, and she would hold our hand, and it was so powerful. And at that time, I felt so much love. And then I asked myself, "Is it Daddy, who said, 'Oh, Eric, I love him very much this year'?" And I thought, no. It's not Daddy, she's not probably even thinking of me, but I felt that she was so absorbed in Baba's love that was probably the love I was receiving. Not the love that necessarily she has for me, but the love she was experiencing from Baba. Do you think this is possible?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how it works.
because in the end, she just used to love, to bring souls very close, because she also knew that this will be of great importance and powerful for their lives. So what Daddy said to you is power for you, right? So just imagine if you tell everyone, Baba loves you. Don't say I love you, because you can't say it, right? At least I can't say. I always say, Baba loves you. And it will be so good for everyone. So we should always say, Baba loves you. Baba loves you, right? That we can do.
So last little question before, because someone asked also, and you mentioned already, I think with the question from Morira, the difference between getting signals from Baba also through Murli mostly versus sometimes listening to other people, but paying attention that whatever I do, this will be my karmic account. But when people want to have an advice from Baba and they want to have a personal, let's say, signal from Baba, and they feel that they cannot share their story or whatever is happening, they don't feel comfortable sharing with anyone, but they want to get a signal from Baba, how would you advise that soul what they should do? And can they write? Is this still a good idea to write a letter?
Yeah, there are both ways you can get answer from the Murli, but also, yes, you can write to Baba and sit with Baba in Baba's room. You can, if you have clear intellect, you definitely will get signal.
Are you accepting letters to Baba on? Brahma Baba used to be our mail office, but are you also now combining this new role of being the mail office for Baba?
See, what I find that souls do write there, when some cannot, maybe some things, but I don't necessarily read them. But I don't know when they write. After that, they themselves write, oh, I got the answer. Problem is solved. Situation is over. Just telling Baba, once you tell Baba, you will see how everything gets resolved. And of course, if you need direction, that will also come.
Lovely. So we're still going for a flight. And yes, when are we going to receive our toli for the Saturday night? We didn't get toli for a long time. I feel I'm missing my diet. It's not complete anymore. Bhumiji, I'm sure there must be lots of toli in Peace Village.
It's coming.
It's coming, okay.
Coming.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll fly to Madhuban and we'll see a toli in the video today.
Right now we will have from Didi.
But anyway, thank you, Mani Didi, and loving, very, very loving greetings to each and everyone in Toronto, in Piz Village. I mean, from Toronto, Piz Village, and the whole Avyakti Parivar. And good night, everyone. Thank you. Aha, here's the toli, is it?
थोड़ा ऊंचा दीदी ऊपर
Everyone will get to.
Okay, Avyakti Parivar, you can all put your hands and you get toli. And Mohini
दीदी
Didi will
सभी हाथ कर रहे हैं हम दीदी
you can put your hands.
Parivar.
हाँ.
Okay. Get
Yes,
ready,
everyone. Put your hands. Yeah, everyone put their hands.
Some souls like Audrey from Guyana, El Salvador. There's some souls from other countries. They're always there. So special to me. Our co-pilot, pilot, everyone is there. Okay, take Tony. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Didi and Brother Eric. That was wonderful conversation, chit chat. Every week we look forward for this. So thank you, and now let's have a quick and fast trip to Madhuban, right? So welcome to Vikti Journey Peace Park, a godly playground for holy swans. So yesterday we had some glimpse, and today we'll be doing some more tour. Because in Peace Park, there was always a lot of fun. Many times, Daddy took all double foreigners for picnics. So whoever had been there, and who have never been, let's enjoy now. Welcome, pilots and air hostess.
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. Welcome to Avyakti Airlines, the extension to Madhuban.
अच्छा लगा ना, अच्छा लगा कर अपना तो अभी भी आते रहना। तुमको सुन कम सुन, बहुत अच्छा।
Om Shanti. Thank you. It was a wonderful trip to Peace Park. Thank you for taking us. So now tomorrow is Sunday. So quickly go through the schedule. Tomorrow morning, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Amrit Vela. 6 o'clock meditation will start, followed by Hindi Sakar Murli, and then followed by meditation, and then sorry, there is a little difference here. Bhog will be after Murli. So 8 to 9 is English Murli, and then 9 o'clock there will be Bhog offering. And then evening meditation 6 p.m. followed by Spotlight Drishti sharing, followed by Hindi series, English series, Avikti Airline, Avikti Journey. Thank you. Now let's reflect on homework and then take Drishti from Didi. Remember Baba. So tomorrow, as we are in Peace Village, so Mohini Didi will be offering Bhog in the morning. So Avikti Parivar, you all welcome to join. 9 o'clock, we'll be having Bhog offering and Bhog message. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Karankaravanhar, the angelic life. Baba is Karankaravanhar. So look how easily you experience angelic life. On what basis did Father Brahma become an angel? He became powerful and an angel by constantly having the awareness of Karankaravanhar, Baba.
Karankaravanhar, फरिश्ता जीवन। Karankaravanhar बाबा है। तो देखो, फरिश्ते जीवन का अनुभव कितना सहज अनुभव होता। ब्रह्मा बाप फरिश्ता बना किस आधार से? सदा करन करावनहार की स्मृति से समर्थ बन फरिश्ते बने। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Good night. Om Shanti.